For the last few years, the world of artificial intelligence has been a private club with a very high cover charge. If you wanted to use the best AI, like OpenAI's GPT-4, you had to pay for it. A lot. We're talking about $10 for every million units, or tokens, of data you process. Businesses have been spending thousands, even millions, to access this power. Then, just a few months ago, a new company came out of nowhere and put a stick of dynamite under that entire business model. They released a new AI model that is just as powerful as GPT-4, and in some cases even better. But they priced it at just 14 cents for the same million tokens. That's not a typo. It's 99% cheaper. It's the difference between buying a new car and buying a cup of coffee. But this isn't just about saving a few bucks on an API call. This is a calculated, strategic move in a global tech war. To understand just how deep this goes, we need to meet the main players who are flipping the entire board. The company that fired this first shot is called DeepSeek.ai, and their flagship model, DeepSeek V2, is an absolute monster. It's a 236 billion parameter model, which puts it in the same weight class as the titans from Google and OpenAI. But here's the secret sauce. It uses a revolutionary architecture called a mixture of experts, or MOE. Think of it like this. A normal AI model is like an entire orchestra, with every single musician playing at full volume for every single note of a song. It's powerful, but it's incredibly loud and wastes a ton of energy. A mixture of experts model is different. It's like a genius conductor who, for each note, only signals the exact musicians needed to play it perfectly. For a violin solo, only the violins play. For a drum part, only the percussionists. The result is a sound that's just as beautiful and complex, but it's created with a tiny fraction of the energy. That's what DeepSeek V2 does with its 236 billion parameters. For any given task, it only activates about 21 billion of its most relevant expert parameters. This incredible efficiency is what allows them to slash their prices by 99%. They've built a model that can go toe-to-toe with GPT-4 on coding and math, but cost pennies on the dollar to run. They've essentially made top-tier AI a public utility. But what if another company decided to just give the entire blueprint away for free? That's where things get even more revolutionary. This brings us to our second game changer, a company called O1.ai, founded by Kai-Fu Lee, a tech legend who is a top executive at both Google and Microsoft. His company didn't just want to make AI cheap, they wanted to set it free. They released a model called Yi-34B, and the key word here is open source. Using a closed source model like GPT-4 is like buying a can of Coca-Cola. You can drink it, you can enjoy it, but you have no idea what the secret formula is, and you can't change it. An open source model like Yi-34B is like being handed the entire secret recipe for Coca-Cola. You can download it, you can study it, you can tweak the ingredients, and you can set up your own factory in your garage to produce as much of it as you want, forever, for free. This is exactly what O1.ai did. They gave the keys to the kingdom to the entire world. And this wasn't some weak discount model. When Yi-34B was released, it shot straight to the top of the global leaderboards for open source AI, outperforming models that were much larger. For businesses, this is a game changer. It means you can build a powerful, customized AI on your own private servers. You never have to send your sensitive customer data to a third-party company. You have complete control, complete privacy, and truly unlimited use. A nearly free API and a completely free, open source model already sound like a total game changer. But this story has another, even more powerful actor, one with the full backing of the state. Our third major player is a company called Manus AI, which was spun out of a massive, state-affiliated Chinese tech giant called Inspur. Their model is called Yuan 2, and it represents a completely different angle in this AI revolution. If DeepSeek is the price killer and Yi is the freedom fighter, Yuan is the cultural champion. See, most large language models are trained on a massive pile of data from the English-speaking internet. They can translate into Chinese, but they don't truly understand the deep cultural context, the historical references, the subtle literary idioms. Yuan 2 was designed from the ground up to fix this. It was trained on a vast corpus of Chinese literature, history, and modern digital content. It's not just bilingual, it's bicultural. For any application that needs a deep and nuanced understanding of Chinese culture, Yuan 2 aims to be the undisputed king. And just like Yi, it's also open source. But this isn't just a startup's gift to the community. This is a 102 billion parameter beast, backed by a major national player, being released to the public. It's a signal that this open source movement is a key part of the national strategy. So we have these three incredible new models, all from China, all either ridiculously cheap or completely free. This can't be a coincidence. What is the grand strategy behind this AI tidal wave?
This isn't corporate charity. It's a brilliant, multi-layered strategy designed for one thing: long-term dominance. There are three main goals here. First, the race for AI supremacy. This is the great technological chess match of the 21st century. By flooding the market with free, powerful tools, China can rapidly accelerate its own domestic AI industry and reduce its reliance on Western technology. It cultivates an entire generation of developers around the world who learn to build on Chinese platforms first. Second, it's about creating a data flywheel. AI models get smarter the more they are used. Every question you ask, every piece of code it generates, is a feedback signal that helps to train and improve the model. By making their models free, these companies are creating the world's largest and most effective AI training camp. Millions of users from around the globe are in effect helping to make their models smarter every single second, creating a feedback loop that could allow them to outpace the competition. Finally, it's about building an ecosystem moat. Think about Apple's iOS. Apple doesn't charge developers to use its software tools. They encourage it. Because once millions of apps are built exclusively for the iPhone, it becomes incredibly difficult for users to switch to another phone. They are locked into the ecosystem. That's the exact same play here. By making the foundational AI free, they are encouraging thousands of businesses to build their own products and services on top of it. Once that ecosystem is built, it creates a powerful, defensible moat that's almost impossible to compete with. This strategy is brilliant, but it's not without its risks. And for you, the user, there are some very important things you need to be aware of before you dive into this new world of free AI.
As the old saying goes, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And while that's not entirely true here, there are some important catches to consider. First and foremost is data privacy. When you use a free API service like DeepSeek, your data is being sent to servers in China. For casual use, that might not matter. But if you're a business handling sensitive customer information, you have to ask the hard question: where is my data going and who has access to it? Second, there's the issue of censorship and bias. Every AI model is a reflection of the data it was trained on, and the rules it must operate under. Models developed and hosted in China will naturally have content filters and biases that align with Chinese government regulations and cultural norms. This means they might refuse to discuss certain political or historical topics, or provide answers that differ significantly from what a Western model would produce. Finally, there's the illusion of free. While open source models like Yi and Yuan are free to download, they are not free to run. A massive model like the 102 billion parameter Yuan 2.0 requires an enormous amount of computational power. You need to invest in powerful, expensive GPU hardware or rent it from a cloud provider. It's like being given a free Formula One car. The car is free, but you still have to pay for the specialized fuel, the expensive tires, and the rent for the racetrack. So, with these powerful tools and their potential pitfalls in mind, what does this all mean for the future? How will the established giants like Google and OpenAI respond to this all-out assault on their business model?
The emergence of China's new AI strategy isn't just another chapter in the story of AI. It's a plot twist that changes the entire book. The era of high-priced, exclusive, and centrally controlled artificial intelligence is likely over. The gauntlet has been thrown down. We can expect the Western giants to react. They'll be forced to compete on price, to offer more powerful free tiers, and to double down on the things they can still uniquely offer, like enterprise-grade security, global-scale reliability, and a commitment to Western-aligned values of openness and free expression. But no matter who wins this global race, the real winner is you, the developer in their garage, the student writing a research paper, the startup trying to build the next big thing, the creator looking for a powerful new tool. The competition has been supercharged. The price of entry has been demolished. The world of AI is no longer a private club. The doors have been blown wide open, and the future will be more accessible, more innovative, and more competitive for everyone. If you enjoyed this look into the future of business, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our world. Thanks for watching.